Let's just screw this build. Let's just open up the old map and just go to McDonald's and have a good old chin wag over a Big Mac medium meal.
Or we can continue with that city build series I was doing forever ago. I stopped after 2 episodes because I don't actually know what a city looks like or how it's laid out.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever been into a big city before.
I've been into a big city like twice.
I've been to Paris.
Does Detroit count?
I don't know if
think it
Detroit
counts.
counts.
It's basically just a fucking parking lot now. It's a parking lot with guns.
So much hatred.
Detroit. Oh god, yeah, Detroit's pretty sad.
Speaking of Detroit, me and my friends decided it would be a good idea to go drive down to... You know what, the show Hardcore Pawn?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we decided to go drive over there. So we did. We didn't go inside because people were leaving the store with garbage bags and it looked pretty sketchy. So we decided to go down the street a little bit past a few strip clubs. Just that's what Detroit is. And we stopped at Dunkin' Donuts and the car broke.
Oh, stuck in Detroit.
Yep.
That's a story for the grandchildren, isn't it? Got stuck in Detroit and I didn't die.
Yeah, that's the big difference between Hardcore Pawn and Pawn Stars. Is like Pawn Stars, like they actually get stuff that has value to it. Hardcore Pawn, they just take anything anyone will give them. These are TV shows in America.
Oh, Christ!
About pawn shops.
Pawn Stars. What?
Yeah. Pawn Stars was the original one on the History Channel. And that actually has some... They actually talk about, like, the things that come in. They're all historical stuff. And then they came up with Hardcore Pawn, which is just anybody can come in with, like, a computer and pawn it off for some money. Yeah.
That's all about how the employees smoke weed.
Yeah.
That is, like... it just sounded terrible on my end. Hardcore Pawn Stars. What the hell goes on in that country of yours?
Well, he makes that child baby pageant people famous.
Yeah. It's pretty sad.
Get myself up to America and get involved.
See, Pawn Stars is alright. It gets a little repetitive after a while of, oh yeah, I'm gonna need a expert to come check that out, and oh, I can't give you this much money for it because I have to sell it back again.
It's like Dickinson's Real Deal then. I see.
I have no idea what that is.
Essentially, like, rather than pawn shops, which I assume is what it is, it's a auctions, you know, where they just shout and point at people. I've never seen... What's that TV show, if it's Storage Hunters or something like that?
Storage Wars?
I think so, where they go to like those garages and like those people bicker over...
Yep, yeah, Storage Wars.
Yeah, yeah, it's like that but in a gigantic old castle sort of thing, rather than
why not?
Garage.
Castle Wars.
Castle Wars? It sounds like a video game or something. The entirety of Britain is just a video game about castles.
Oh crap, I did this wrong.
GG.
You know what I want to see? I want to see a mix between pawn stores and people killing each other.
Wait, what?
What?
Just like, have a castle, have it full of a bunch of items. Just get like 3 teams, have them go in there, try and get as much stuff as possible, arm them with swords and miniguns.
It sounds a little bit like the Hunger Games.
Or a hardcore version of Ludo.
Except teams.
Except team up. This tower's perplexing me. See, once I'm recording, all this building just goes out of my brain. I'm like, I'll just put this block here, put this other one here, and then I'm just stuck with like a cube, which I'm not happy with.
Then way to go, just get rid of it all. Just get rid of it all. I freaking don't know what I'm doing. I don't even know what I'm doing over here.
Same here, Toadlet.
Struggling with a freaking road. Thank God for fill commands. I found out there's a copy command and a paste command, which is pretty cool.
I'm not allowed to use these commands.
You're not old enough.
We're the same age.
Right here's where I want to be. Oh, I did find out the plank. Oh, damn it. The plank command, everybody. So if you're yelling at me about the whole plank situation, I know how to get spruce planks now. With the fill command.
Yeah.
What the hell's going on here?
Here's a lot of planks. I don't know, Toddler, what the hell is going on there.
I have no idea. That should...
I'm coming to have a look and probably laugh at your misfortunes.
It's the fill command. It's being really wonky.
Wonky.
I went to one side, like over here. I got the coordinates. Then I thought I accidentally went to the same side, so I jumped over on the other side, and it just... It should not have happened this way.
By the power of fill.
Let's try this
why we
then.
do hard graft, man. We just do it normally, just build.
I don't know what's happening.
What?
I don't know.
And the ironic thing is, you'd probably have it done by now if you did it the normal way.
No.
Good damn it, Toddler. Saving time by wasting time. GG.
It's great. The fill command is actually pretty good. Not gonna lie. It's one of the few.
It's one of the few good things.
One of the few commands that don't suck.
Oh, for Christ's sake, I do this every time. You know when you go to get a block from the inventory thing? I go to get like a bit of oak wood, and then I put it in my hotbar, but then it just drops it.
I usually like only get rid of the blocks I need or want to use, and then have a bunch of stuff that I'm not using at the time in my inventory.
Just to put it into perspective, how old school I am. Before I got on the build team, I hadn't built in like months, so I wasn't really up to snuff with these modern fangled technologies of yours.
The commands.
Yeah. You know, the stuff that makes everything easier.
Yeah.
I wasn't used to doing that. I was just busy making fart jokes and scratching my nutsack. Tape is crazy. That's all you need to know.
Fart jokes and nutsack scratching. It's what the people want.
That's all I do on this build team. It was someone else that built the castle, really.
Just been scratching his nuts the whole time.
It's actually just Cookies wearing a mask.
Cookies.
I'm Luke.
Yeah, if it wasn't for Cookies, my houses, they wouldn't have any detail on them. It wasn't until I saw Cookies' house that I decided to start doing that, and that's what my house is really needed.
Stepping up the game.
So that's why Cookies always has a spot on the server if they ever feel like joining.
They,
he, she.
So, are you implying that it's a multiple person?
I'm implying that I have no idea what gender they are.
It might be androgynous. Is that just whether like just look like a male?
Androgynous.
That human. Well, that seems a safe thing to say.
That living being.
Yeah, that organism.
There we go. Now that's a freaking road. Okay.
We technically don't know if Cookies is an organism.
It's a cookie.
Yeah. Cookies might be a computer.
Or a cookie.
Yeah, it
cookie
could
monster.
actually be a cookie.
Cookie.
No, there's no knowing.
There's got no way knowing.
Even if we ask, it might not know. It might be a computer that thinks it's a human. I've seen that before.
It's just actually Siri.
Siri.
Cookies, build a house. Here's what I found.
While looking up the word house. Why does it sound like this is on? Oh, because of the fireplace.
Well, this house was a waste of time to even attempt to build.
Yeah, you got the spirit.
Welcome to the build team. But everything is a waste of your time.
And boom.
Where's this house have you built? I want to come.
It was by the thing I want to euthanize.
The mill.
Yeah.
The mill.
The mill.
I'm on my way.
The mill gets no love.
See, I can't be trusted with
I like the inside. The outside just looks like. Yeah.
I can't be trusted with server commands, so I'm not allowed to use TP.
You said, I remember you saying something a while ago about server commands that made me not want to give them to you.
Yeah, about things exploding.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. You mentioned something like, whenever I get server commands, the world explodes. I was like, okay, thanks for the warning.
Day.
What
This is a nice house.
My brick stairs are gone.
It really shields you from the environment. Good
I
job.
know what I'm gonna build now.
Hmm.
I
There you go.
just remembered. I live like 40 miles away from Detroit. This is my calling.
You're gonna build
boy.
Detroit. Titty bar?
Basically.
You're gonna build a titty bar
A Minecraft titty bar.
next to a mill.
Yeah.
next to the mill. When you get off of work, you can go.
When
to
you
the
get off
city
of work of a grinding, you go down to the do the grinding. Oh.
I should build a brothel over here.
Just
The city definitely
with
needs
flashing
one.
lights and. Well, that's it. Why don't we build an aircraft carrier or something?
Hover car.
We need to build some hovercrafts for the Vikings.
Vikings.
No, I'm gonna build a burned down house
Oh.
Why don't you just build a normal house and burn it down?
because fire spreads off.
Good point.
Yeah, toddler. God, forgetting these things.
Maybe I should turn fire spread back on. Actually, I'm pretty sure my
No,
house
don't
just
do
gets on
that.
fire.
I think the lighthouse.
Yeah, most of my lighthouse will be gone.
It's kind of built of stone.
Yeah, all the inside would burn.
Burn.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good. That wouldn't be good at all.
It'd be bloody hilarious too.
Been there before.
Been there, done that. Ain't doing it again.
Oh god, I'm in the process of wanging again.
Wanging.
I
The
don't know if-
Wang is back. We've avoided dick jokes for about 15 minutes, and
I
we're
don't
back.
like how this wang's going. I have to re-wang.
Little
Rewang.
bong made.
This town is gonna. This city is gonna be called like the city of Dongsville.
Let's make sure that doesn't happen.
Well, I've already got the Church of Dong.
Let's make sure that doesn't happen.
It's
Just
good.
make sure it doesn't happen.
You're asking me
Fine.
to make sure it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, it's probably not the best.
But you best not put
Person
me
to
on
ask.
the enforcement of the immature names. Everything
Yesterday's
has to be
changing every Disney title to put Dong in it.
that was good. I enjoyed that.
That was a good day.
My personal favorite was Snow White and the Seven Dongs.
That sounds like something. I need to Google that. I'm telling you.
I would not Google that. I don't know. I like the.
But I'm on university internet, so I might get banned from ever
The
using.
Lion King's a good one because you got the Lion Dong or the Dong King. It works on both levels. It's great.
King Dong
The Dong King.
or Dong Kong.
It's terrible. You
So they-
think that's what Walt Disney had in mind when he made those beloved cartoons?
It was just sat there thinking, what if somewhere down the line there's a group of people playing this game, which is like kind of like
Virtual
Lego.
Legos.
Yeah,
Virtual
virtual Legos. And they just talk about dongs all the time. What if they rename my films to have dong in them? They just sat down in an office with like 50 other people and they have a great discussion about that. And they made the wrong decisions.
Do you think
Poor
when they
Walt Disney.
unfreeze Walt Disney's head, he's gonna come after us?
just unfreeze his head.
Yeah, they
Yeah, they have it
cryogenically froze
frozen. In,
What? So his head's just gonna fly over.
In whatever mountains down in Disney. The Matterhorn?
No, that's land. I think he would be in the swamps of Florida.
Why would they freeze his head?
Why not freeze his head?
Well, I take your point there. Why not?
Can you honestly come up with a reason not to freeze Walt Disney's head?
Yeah, because he might come back and try killing these people playing virtual Legos talking the name. Save innocent
That could be
lives,
cool.
don't freeze severed heads.
I'm pretty sure by now that we are wanted criminals by the Disney Corporation.
Copyright strikes. And it's not even for my constant singing.
I'm still waiting for them to clone George Washington.
George Washington. Well,
I would freaking vote for George Washington.
I can't
I would.
vote because I am not an American.
Yeah, and I don't think George Washington would like you too much.
Oh, I'm a nice guy. What are you talking about?
Yeah, he was. His time though was I don't think he was really a fan of the British at that time.
Oh, was that the whole thing for independence and stuff? Was it that era?
Yes, that George Washington.
Oh, I see.
I just think he was talking about George Bush.
I don't know my American presidents. I am
George
just a
We
Washington.
need to clone George Bush. That needs to
Don't think-
happen.
He's still around though. So
I know.
There's no point.
That's why we need fresh DNA.
Just get a bunch of George Bush clones running around everywhere. That would be kind of funny.
When is the
Not
next
gonna lie.
presidential thing.
2016.
Oh. Well, we've got our current one going on.
The Queen.
No, not the Queen. It's the Prime.
I don't know how things work
Since
over
when
there.
do you vote for the Queen?
Who should our next monarch be by bloodline? I don't know. Maybe the one that's next in line.
I thought it was always by bloodline or regicide.
I have no idea.
Regicide.
Honestly, I don't keep up to date with these sort of things.
I think probably a lot of more Americans keep up to date with like the whole royal wedding stuff. Like that was just ridiculous how many people cared about that over here.
I didn't really care, to be honest.
I didn't care either. I was just sick of seeing
someone's
the stuff on
getting
the
married.
news.
Hooray! And then there was the whole fiasco when she got knocked up, where
Yep.
that was all over the news. Oh, she's pregnant.
Yep.
Would I hear the news if I was pregnant? No. And that's a more case, isn't it?
Actually, you probably would make news if you were pregnant.
You'd be surprised.
First male pregnant.
We'll
Yes.
see horses.
Well, male human being.
You wouldn't put it
That
past
guy in The Sims 2.
me.
Actually, there was a pregnant guy. I'm doing air quotes right now because
No, he was actually pregnant.
It was a female that wanted to become a male. Yeah, so that's kind of cheating.
So it was a male at heart.
No, in Strangetown there is a guy who
Well,
got
yeah, and this
froze
is
by
I'm
an
talking
alien.
real life now though, not just The Sims. In real life, there was a female who chose to be male, so it looked like a dude, but it was pregnant. It was really strange to say.
How
the
did
least.
it come out?
I don't know. I don't want to know.
Got fired at his dong like a cannon. Baby just flew across.
That's why I said I didn't want to know.
Boom!
Comes out the urinal.
It's like a shotgun. Pump action, might I add.
What does medieval build come to?
It was a mistake, letting me
What's
on.
happening?